Hi everyone, I'm Frankie Terriot for US Eventing, and today we look forward to bringing you coverage of the first day of dressage competition here from Rolex. Join us as we go behind the scenes interviewing riders to get their comments following their dressage rounds and keep you updated on scores. We're joined now by Boyd and Silva Martin. Boyd, you just moved into the lead on Remington, putting in a beautiful test. Talk to us about your ride.
He's good. He's done that test a few times, so he sort of knew his way through it, and he stayed pretty cool and chilled, and I was pretty happy with the old horse.
You're pretty lucky to have your lovely wife here to help you on the flat all the time, a dressage professional herself, and quite amazing help. Talk to us about how important it is to have her here with you at Rolex and to help you every day.
I'd advise any young male out there pursuing the eventing dream to marry well and find a dressage coach as a wife, and she's played an incredible role in developing me as a rider and also training the horses a bit for me, which is a huge advantage over my competitors.
He put in an absolutely beautiful test, and you are able to really help him on the flat with your background. Talk about kind of the transition and being able to watch them develop and mature so much.
We've been working with this horse for a long time now, and he really, I think this was his best test. I think actually this was Boyd's best test. I think he rode really good, and I was so nervous jumping up and down and trying to tell him what to do. And I'm so happy. I think it's awesome.
Talk to us about your ride.
I was really happy with Veronica. She's young. This is her first 4-star. She handled the atmosphere just wonderfully. She didn't really change at all on me. I've had a great warm-up prior to the test. The trot work I was delighted with. I lost her a little bit in the walk, and so then the canter, I lost marks in the canter work. But overall, for a young horse, first time at Rolex, first time in this kind of atmosphere, I'm really delighted. She's a lovely mare, and I'm so excited to be able to ride her for Team Rebecca, and I know that they'll be happy with her results as well.
Absolutely, and she had a fantastic result. She's a leader going into the first break, and you also had a fantastic result yesterday in the jog, being the best dressed female by Dewberry. Talk to us. It was your first time winning that award in all your years of coming here. Were you surprised? What did you think?
I was quite surprised. I've probably been coming here for 30 years and never thought of myself as a fashion diva or anything. So my friend Marilyn Meredith went shopping with me on Saturday, and she picked out the white suit, and then yesterday when we were walking the cross-country course, she went to go through the water jump and she had a leak in her Dewberry, so her boots filled up with water, and so she was upset about that. And so last night when I got the pair of Dewberries, I gave them to my fashion consultant. So she'll be sporting the new pair. How
instrumental has Karen O'Connor been? We talked about how influential you were with her wardrobe yesterday, with her winning that award, but how important of a role has she played with you in this whole experience?
Karen and I have an interesting relationship because we help one another. She helps me with the dressage. I help her with her show jumping. And her goals were really, she said, I really want to jump a couple clear rounds at Rolex, and I'd like to feel pretty consistent beforehand. She's jumped 15 clear rounds in the last 2 months, so I'm really excited, and she's put a lot into it. I've put a lot into the dressage, spent a lot of time with her. She's taught me everything I know in the dressage, so it's really exciting. And it's a symbiotic relationship. It's worked really well, and it's a lot of fun.
You guys wore one of the presenters yesterday of the Dewberry Award for the best turned out at the jog, and Karen O'Connor and Doug Payne walked away with that award. Talk about how you guys make those decisions of who is best suited.
It's a secret judging panel, and I can't reveal who is on that panel. But I think the choices that were made yesterday were quite popular and well received. Karen, of course, kudos to Karen for making that jog in some 3-inch heels. And she looked great in that suit as well.
And you guys are also doing something really neat here at Dewberry this weekend at Rolex. Can you talk about that a little bit for us?
Sure, we're running a photograph competition, which it has a great prize. It's a trip for two to Ireland, and it's running through our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Dewberry. We're launching themes every day. There's a daily theme. Today's theme is the Ultimate Dewberry Team Pose. We'll keep a lookout on our Facebook page every day for the daily themes. You take your photograph, you upload it to the competition area on our Facebook site. The single photograph with the most votes over the 4 days, the entrant will win a trip for two to Ireland, and you get up to 4 opportunities to enter, 1 a day.
You were able to win the Dewberry boots with your very dapper outfit yesterday. Will Coleman had some words of wisdom, but it looks like you didn't need them after all.
Well, they weren't really words of wisdom, were they? Just throwing together an outfit last minute, especially from your brother and the father, not a good move, not a good move, and he paid the price. So.
Well, you were looking very classy in your lovely suit, and it secured you a pair
actually
of...
the only one I own, but that's good.
Well, it's a good one if you're
though.
going to have one. And you secured yourself a pair of Dewberries. You'll be rocking those on cross country.
Yeah, I've got to thank Dewberry of Ireland again for supporting this, because it is a great deal, obviously, for Karen and myself.
Talk about what it's like. You and your brother are the first combination ever to compete at the same time, brother and sister here, you and Doug. Talk about what that experience is like.
I think it's really great that we have each other to, our whole lives, that's all we've been doing is competing against each other, so it doesn't seem like a big deal to be here at the same time, because every competition up till now it's been very similar. But it's definitely good to have that support system, and you know that someone's always there for you, and you can talk things over, talk about the course, or all that. It's really nice to have.
And speaking of a support system, you have quite a support system in your mom, Marilyn, here, who is an FBI judge. She's judged here in the past. How helpful is that?
That's definitely helpful to have. We can write our tests in front of her and have her give us critique, and it's really great to always have eyes on the ground, and it's good.
And Marilyn, not only as a judge who's been here in the past and been able to take Rolex in from that perspective, but now here as a mom, your kids are kind of trying to put you out of work a little bit. You're not able to judge on the East Coast as much because they're just doing such a fantastic job in these FBI competitions. But what is it like to kind of be here on the other side as a spectator and rooting for your children?
It's much more exciting to be rooting for your children than be judging other competitors. I was always excited to come and judge here. It's always been a big thrill, but when we were getting ready to come here, I was like, oh my God, this is far more exciting. So I'm really thrilled to be here with them.
Are you excited to be here to watch your daddy?
Yes.
Tell me what your favorite part is.
Okay.
What's your favorite part?
My daddy is a good rider.
Talk about your ride.
Oh, I'm really happy. We executed exactly what I wanted to do. I've ridden the test probably 6-7 times here this weekend in practice, and we put in the best one in the ring. So, I wish I could have maybe scored a little bit better, but it looks like the judges are being a bit tough on everybody. So, you can only ask for a personal best, and that was his best test.
Talk to us about your ride.
I thought parts of it were really good, actually. I had the one big trip in the extended trot, which I think hurt me quite a bit, but the horse I thought overall performed okay. I made a couple mistakes, but you probably always walk out wishing you had done a couple things differently. So they're not marking anybody very kind of well today. So I just hope by the end of tomorrow I'm still in it, and we'll be happy with that.
Jordan, this is your first Rolex. You guys have been working a while to get here. Talk to me about the experience.
Oh my gosh, the experience has been unbelievable. I traveled across the country to go to Leslie Law's to prepare. And getting here has just been, it's overwhelming, really. I wish my test had gone a little bit better, but I'm just ecstatic to be here and completed the first part of it.
Katie, after last year and your unfortunate circumstances here, how happy are you right now?
I'm crying. I'm so happy. I really want to jump.
And you guys actually put forth a very nice test. You looked obedient the entire time. What a big difference that is, and what have you done to help yourself be so successful here?
Well, I've changed his program a lot this year, and sometimes I forget how young he is. He's only 10, so he's still a green 4-star horse, and I'm a very green 4-star rider, so we're sort of learning the ropes together, but I've been really changing his plan, and I warm him up differently at shows, and
I handle them a little differently in the barn, and Lindsay certainly helps me a ton. She really does a good job taking care of this horse. So the happier we keep him, the better he performs. So we're just going to try and keep keeping him happy.
And Lindsay, what is it like to get to groom for Katie at these huge events and be here at Rolex?
It's amazing. I think sometimes I'm more nervous than she is, but she does a great job, and Donald is just great. He's a superstar.
We're here now with some Pony Club members and volunteers. And girls, tell me what it's like to be a volunteer here at Rolex.
Very fun. It's a lot of fun just seeing all the Olympic riders and getting their autographs and stuff.
And you guys are able to be here on the main ramp at Rolex, which is pretty awesome. And you're able to get riders' autographs as they come off. We saw you just get Doug Payne's autograph as he walked back up the ramp. And being involved in Pony Club, you guys have traveled to be here. Tell me a little bit about what it's like to be able to watch these riders at Rolex and what your goals are for your riding.
It's good to see them and be like to look up at them and want to ride like them, and be at Rolex one day.
What do you think, Evelyn?
I really want to do this someday, so it's really nice to see.
Well, you guys are definitely well on your way. You're already here, and you kind of are getting to take in the whole Rolex environment. So talk about some of the things that you've gotten to do as volunteers.
We've gotten to open gates and meet them, and yeah.
We've seen you guys in the arenas, and so you get to stand by the gates like you were telling us, and you get to kind of, after the horse goes in, you get to close them into the arena and open the gates for them and everything. How exciting is it to be able to stand in the main arena?
Really fun. It's cool to like have them be going right beside you.
All right, well, good luck with your Pony Club girls, and thanks so much for joining us, and we really appreciate all your help here at Rolex. We're here at the Mounted Horse Tour now, where David O'Connor and Gina Miles will be taking us around the Rolex course to get the perspective from on top of a horse.
So jealous.
Can I take this one around the horse?
Totally.
Can I point at the jets?
He's ready.
Doesn't rain very well, so I'm going to have to steer a little bit here.
Good evening, everybody, and they're all shuttled for another
We have very much enjoyed bringing you coverage of day one of Rolex here. I'm Frankie Terriot for US Eventing, and we look forward to bringing you more tomorrow.